Yay! It's time for another mistake that worked. And you're probably going, oh, Miss J, you made a mistake. This story's supposed to be about donut holes, and you're dressed up in a naval officer uniform. That sounds like a mistake to me. Or is it? Let's learn more about where donut holes really came from. Hanson Gregory was born in 1832 in Camden, Maine. He died in 1921. He is buried at the Sailors' Snug Harbor Cemetery in Germantown, Maine. During the 89 years that Hanson Gregory lived, he spent many of them as a sea captain. A legend says that is where he invented the donut hole. Okay, now, one thing you got to know about a legend. Legends are stories that are passed down from generation to generation. They may not be totally accurate, but they could be. Nobody really knows. So this is what happened. One night he was eating fried cake. Sounds delicious. When a violent storm suddenly arose, Captain Gregory needed both of his hands to steer the ship. So he shoved the cake over one of the spokes of this ship's helm. Without thinking, he invented the donut hole. So, pretend that this is one of the spokes. It's actually a teacher bell, but let's pretend because it kind of looks like the spoke. Whoa, we're steering. Look out, everybody, but he needed both hands, okay? So he took that fried cake that he was eating. This is fried cake, sort of. And he put it on one of the spokes, so that he could steer better. Okay, this is so much better. Okay, so now when you take it off, look, there's a hole. Okay, now don't ask me why they call the thing that came out of there a hole, because I don't get that. It's a sphere. So why do they call it a donut hole if it's actually a little sphere? That's another question I'll have to look into. Anyways, it's not, okay, when Captain Gregory realized that he had invented the donut hole, he was very pleased. The centers of fried cakes were always unpleasantly soggy, so removing the center definitely improved the cakes. After the storm, Captain Gregory ordered the ship's cook to begin making fried cakes with a hole in the middle. Okay? Interesting. But there is another story too. Here it is. It's not as interesting, but it sounds more like what really probably happened. Really probably. You know what I'm saying. Another less interesting story says that Gregory was 15. Now that makes sense. 15-year-old makes sense that they would make some invention like this. He was watching his mother make a fried cake. And since he disliked the soggy centers, he simply said to Mom, hey, can you leave a hole out of the center because they're so gross and soggy? I'm almost saying it like he probably did. And Mrs. Gregory tried her son's idea, and it worked really well. Today, over $750 million worth of donuts are sold each year. Now, that's a lot of donut holes. I also read about donut holes, and instead of making the holes before they did that, they also would put nuts in the center to keep it from being so soggy in the middle. Anyways, way to go, Captain Gregory. Was that his name? Oh, man. Captain. Yep, got it. Captain Gregory. Hanson Gregory. See, Hanson sounds like the last name. Gregory sounds like the first name. Hanson Gregory sounds like the names are messed up. But that was his name, and I respect that. Okay. Carry on, Captain. All right, so what you can do to follow up with this very fascinating story is either draw a picture of your favorite donut. I'm expecting donuts with like a lot of sprinkles and chocolate. Donuts are so sweet and delicious. And then put it on Schoology so we can all see it and enjoy it. If you know the name of the donut, just write that too as well. All right, have fun drawing donuts. Carry on, sailors.